The title of this video is perhaps a bit of a misnomer because personality has always been a major factor in business. We are attracted to people because of their personality. And some of the people who watch my YouTube channel are attracted to my channel because they become comfortable with my personality and they rely on it, they value it. What's important in this era is the combination of personality and trust. And I think for a long time, we began to amplify personality, the antics of a person, the comedic relief that a person might provide, the ironic aspects of a person. But we are in a period right now where we are looking for trust. Trust is very important. Trust is a symbol of leadership, and we want to know who we can trust. So I think this combination of personality and trust, the personality and a trusted advisor, is very important today. And there are so many examples emerging where this is really going to be very important. Let's take, for example, telemedicine, which is being recommended here by many of the leaders in the medical field right now. Well, in telemedicine, you're going to have confidence that the device you use and the person that you're interacting with is going to be someone who is going to give you that comfort that you might have when you visit the doctor. And personality can come through. In some cases, you will see the person through video. In other cases, you will only see that person writing something in an app, responding to a message of some kind. And so personality in communication is going to be important. That person convey trust, confidence. We've gotten so used to this shorthand approach when it comes to communication. Now we're entering a period where we might have to say a little bit more. We might have to elaborate a little bit more. We might have to use more engaging, even more flowery language to make the person on the other side understand that we're with them and we understand them and that we value what they're saying and we're thoroughly addressing it. I sent someone an email the other day, a message, and I tend to be very thorough when I write something. I tend to explain it. I try to make it very clear to understand, and I mapped it all out. And the person responded with one word back. And I think the word was done, D-O-N-E. And that's fine. I mean, it's fine in a business setting, but we are certainly in an era where we're going to have to convey some personality in our communication, and that's going to be very important in the way we get our messages across. You know, another example is the teacher, the instructor, the person who is engaged in some form of distant learning and who's giving you some guidance, but you're not there to engage with that personality. You don't have that nod of the head, that smile, that look, that's something that gives you comfort about that things are happening the right way, that reassuring feel. Well, personality is going to be very important there. And certainly in politics, it's very important today because we are getting these daily briefings. I don't know about in your city, but certainly in my city, I'm getting these daily briefings. In fact, I believe the briefings here in this state are going national. And we want to look at our politicians and we want to know that we can trust what they're saying. We're listening when they come on for trust. We're listening for a personality that reflects the kind of values that are important to us. Same thing in even somewhat mundane activities like shopping, for example. You're communicating with someone who's shopping on your behalf. You might just see their photograph, and you might just see an email come through. Well, that person can show some personality in that they are responding to you in a way that makes you feel comfortable, makes you trust, gives you confidence that they are doing those things that are important to you, and they're responding to your needs. You see, we want a personality that aligns with our values. And that is so important right now. I think it's always important in business, but I think in particular that is amplified right now. We want to be able to look at someone and say, this person understands me, this person understands where I am, what I need, and they're responding to me. So with that in mind, I want to give you 3 things that I want you to think about when you're communicating these days. First of all, even before these 3 things, I want you to think about communicating in a more complete way. We're in a society where people say hey and yeah and that sort of thing. And I, of course, advise my clients not to do that. I think that when you are dealing with a client, and someone's paying you and someone's working with you, I don't want to feel like they're in a schoolyard or playground or a pool hall or bar. I want to feel that that person is providing some level of substance to me. And I realize that language is, we improvise language, we modify language. I admire musicians and artists, and often they will abbreviate language to make a point. But I think a more complete a message is very valuable today, and in particular when you're trying to convey trust. It only takes a few more seconds to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening or thank you or I appreciate that. It only takes a few more minutes. So here are the 3 things that, in addition to your salutation, that I really want you to think about. The first is, I want you to convey in your messaging that you're paying attention. You are paying attention to a person. That's what we want today. If you're writing your doctor, you're writing a politician, you're writing someone who's trying to help you with technology, someone who's shopping on your behalf, someone who you're learning from online, you want to know that that person is paying attention to what it is that you're saying and what it is that you need. So conveying that you're paying attention is important. I understand you. I'm following what you're saying. Yes, I understand. I'm following. Yes, I'm paying attention. You've got my complete attention. That's a great statement. You've got my complete attention. The second thing is conveying to the person who's communicating to you that you know what they want and you care about their needs. So telling them that they not only have your complete attention, but I'm going to take care of you. I'm making sure that we address this. I'm going to really look thoroughly and address this. Don't worry about this at all. Leave it with me. It's in my hands. I'm taking care of it for you. That is really very reassuring, particularly to a person who is at home and wondering whether or not they're going to get what they're ordering, whether or not you are addressing their needs, whether or not their requests will be lost in a sea of many, many requests today. So I'm paying attention. I know and care about what you want. And the third thing is, here's what I'm doing. Here is what I'm doing. So I reviewed all of the aisles to see whether or not we had that for you. I reviewed all of the options to see whether we can deliver that for you. I looked at all of the schedule in terms of appointments. Let people know that you're thorough in your response to them. And then, of course, I would say if I were to add a fourth thing here, it would be to signal your level of appreciation for the client. We have the saying today, I appreciate you. And that should not be an empty statement. That should be a sincere statement, a reflection of your pleasing personality, but it should be something that someone can have trust in. I appreciate you, and certainly I appreciate your business. So important today to demonstrate personality, but even more important is combining that personality with trust, so that you are not only a person with a great personality, but you're a person who is perceived and is a trusted advisor. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Let me know that you trust what I had to say. And I thank you so much for joining me here. I look forward to sharing more with you. I hope you'll stay tuned to this channel. I hope you subscribe. I hope you'll share it with others. And I look forward to seeing you next time.